Go!
Hello, and welcome to 5 Pounds of Gunt. We are back after months of waiting. We're back at
We're
last.
back. The show's on fire. GAHOOLE, what about the AEW Women's Tournament? How was the AEW Women's Tournament, buddy? The fans need to know there's a burning passion and desire.
Listen, PPP, as I'm sure you know, the AEW Women's Division is dog shit, as is all women's wrestling, as I have elaborated.
It's based, buddy. Surely the Japanese Joshis gave a good account of themselves in this tournament.
No, listen, you know what you need to do? When based Mark Tony Khan went back to the drawing board with his women's division, he thought, listen, it's not working. We need to start from the way beginning. And we need to make something great so that we can get the fans invested in something worthy, right? That's what the plan was with this tournament. And you know what you do with a tournament?
Yeah.
A tournament, it's something you build up. It's something you watch week on week. You know, you're watching. It's this long, arduous process. And at the end of it all, you have the great winner. And it feels like she's a real winner. And she's the top because, she won this tournament. We've been watching it forever, right? So you know what you do with that tournament, PPP? And this is base because I appreciate
You put it on
this.
YouTube to be hidden from everyone. No one can ever see it.
You put half of it on YouTube and you give it dog shit production value, so it looks like shit. It looks like it was filmed in someone's like backyard gym. It looks like the cameras are like literally like handy cams, like Sony 90s Sony handy cam quality.
Is it that bad?
The audio quality is dog shit, and then you have literally anyone new in the tournament, any of the new exciting faces you bring in to spruce up the women's division, inject some life into it by getting these new blood in, right? You get them in, and you have them all lose in the first round. You have them all lose. All the new women lost.
Wait, Emi Sakurai won at least, right? The future of the women's division.
The future of the women's division. A 40-year-old. A 40-year-old Freddie.
Like, how old is she? She's like, is she 40? Is she 50?
I think she's like almost 50.
How old is this?
She's fucking old. And, you need her to go over. And then she won. And, and then she beat this, 20-year-old girl. And then, it kept going. And then Maki Ito lost, and the new tranny Japanese wrestler lost, which was based. And then,
there was a tranny women's Japanese wrestler. There was a tranny woman?
Yeah, there was. The first transsexual Japanese women's wrestler was out there. It was excellent, right?
What?
And so this person lost, thankfully. And these matches just went on forever, and so the youngest woman in the tournament is now Yuka Sakazaki and Riho on the other side.
Riho!
Oh, it's Riho! And so what you do is you put half this tournament, even if I did care about this tournament now, because I don't, because
Riho's winning the tournament, right?
She's totally winning the tournament, 100%. Like, she's definitely winning now.
Riho!
It's going to be Riho versus Yuka on the
TV. Britt Baker's not winning shit. Yeah, Riho versus Yuka!
Oh! Now,
aren't you hyped, buddy? Aren't you fucking juiced for Japanese women's wrestling?
Listen, even if the person who I was interested in this whole tournament left, which is fine, I'm okay with that. I can get over that. The problem is they put half this shit on YouTube.
The tranny?
No, the Maki, the red-haired bitch, the fucking the idol bitch, because you gotta get that. And so this happens. And don't worry, we'll talk about Elimination Chamber and the Miz winning, but we gotta get this off my chest. So this fucking tournament is like half on YouTube. And it's like the rest of it they did tonight. They went the other half of it head to head with the women's with fucking Elimination Chamber tonight. They put it on Bleacher Report, and that even some of the fucking US matches are on that shit. So this tournament's gonna last like 2 weeks long. It's a 2-week-long tournament, and it's like this tournament means nothing because we watch 2 weeks of TV for that's the build up. We only see like maybe a quarter of the matches on TV, if that. Maybe even like an eighth of the matches are on television, if that. So like no one gives a shit.
Well,
even the G1, even the New Japan Cup, which is an elimination tournament, lasts more than 2 weeks. It's like it's like a month-long tournament, right? As it should be.
Yeah, but they're the women, so we want to have them be seen as little as possible.
That's a good point.
Even though they're the showcase division.
I 100% agree with that. We should see the women as little as possible. But if you want to rebuild your thing, this is not the place to do it.
Well, they're not rebuilding shit.
They can't rebuild. I thought that this was the plan, was that they were going to rebuild it, and then they didn't rebuild it. They just fucked it. They fucked it in the ass.
You can't rebuild. You can't rebuild what was already glorious at the highest level in the industry.
You're right.
You just can't rebuild something.
You're right. It was already excellent.
This is This is the future of wrestling, right?
Yeah.
AEW women's division. You'll hear fucking retarded AEW fans say that though. You know, like, oh, the women's division is so good. Oh fuck, we have what's her name? The tranny. We have 2 trannies now. We're winning. Fuck AEW, there, dog.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, we'll get into the shows, I guess, later, but we gotta talk about the Elimination Chamber. We
All
gotta
right.
talk
It's
about The Miz! He won! Your boy, The Miz! Fucking
I love The
WWE
Miz.
champion, The Miz. He fucking...
It's been 10 years. It's been too long. Hopefully, Miz gets to main event Mania now and win again the main event of Mania. Miz deserves it. He's been one of the best heels on the roster for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years now. Really,
Yep.
He's really honed craft. I think Miz works, safe and reliably, and he works well for a heel. I think Miz is he's deserving of the title. He's had it before. He's been in the main event of Mania before. I don't really have a problem with it. I know a lot of people are going to be pissed off that they derailed McIntyre, but who gives a fuck? McIntyre's probably going to get the belt back at Fastlane anyway, because I don't think that they're going to have Miz main event WrestleMania realistically.
Well, you probably could in like a heat angle. I mean, they did it against Cena. Even back then, it was like, I don't know. But you could totally fucking do it, and it would work fine, I mean, who gives a shit? It's going on the fucking Peacock, dude.
Yeah, because...
It's on the Peacock.
Well, because he's not going to go over it. Surely he's not going to go over at Mania. Imagine Miz goes over McIntyre clean at Mania.
Yeah.
Because Miz went over Cena.
Oh, God. He totally could. They could do it, honestly. The thing is, it doesn't really derail McIntyre that much. He's had the belt for so long. I think what they want to do probably is, I'm guessing they're thinking SummerSlam has fans. I know I've been saying this for months, but maybe they're thinking SummerSlam has fans, by then. And they want to give him a big crowd pop when he comes back and wins the title then or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They got to do Reigns and McIntyre at either SummerSlam or Mania at some point, for the belt and make it a big angle. I think. I don't know. I don't know what they do from here on the Raw side. The SmackDown side was as expected. Edge is going to do with Reigns, like I thought.
Yeah, you were right. You were 100% right. And I think that'll be a good match, actually.
Yeah, it'll be well. We'll see. We'll see. I think it'll be good. Everything with Roman's been good.
Yeah. The thing is that SmackDown's kind of killed all their baby faces, basically. So anyone that would face Reigns realistically kind of was in that Elimination Chamber match.
I watched SmackDown. I watched SmackDown this week. And it was like, that like meme where it's like, Cena should be on screen at all times. And when Cena's not on screen, they should ask, where's Cena or where's Pooch?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was. Like, Edge was in every other segment on the show. Like, he was in like 8 or 9 segments. Like, everybody backstage that was in the chamber match, he had a segment. He had a segment with Reigns to start the show, where he had like a promo in the ring. And then like a bunch of times throughout the show, they kept mentioning Edge and like how he was going to make his choice. And like, it was just ridiculous. It was too much Edge. Like, they're desperate like for Edge to bring the ratings, I guess. But I don't know if that's really working or going to work. SmackDown this week was just fucking boring. I passed out. I fell asleep halfway through SmackDown.
I didn't even get a chance to watch anything like that. Oh my God, our stream is going smeared. It's fine. I mean, we're still running. This is mostly an audio experience anyway, so it's fine. But the video is like it's like an oil painting.
Triple chin, motherfuckers.
Listen, bro, I'm trying my best. I fucking maybe I gotta. Oh. Let me see.
So anyway, the show fucking kicked off with SmackDown Elimination Chamber.
I thought this was the better match than the Raw Elimination Chamber match. I didn't think that main event. I thought this was a better match than the main event.
Yeah,
I thought the story was interesting. What's going on with Zayn? What's going on with Sami Zayn? Is he leaving? You think? Because they fucking jobbed his ass out here. He's like total
but they keep doing it to him like all the time. Yeah. I don't know why, and I don't know why he's a heel. Because Sammy like was really over with fans,
and
I don't know. I don't really get it. Like what he's doing now is like kind of nerdy and lame. He comes out every week and talks about this conspiracy, but like, it's nowhere near edgy enough to actually be cool. Do you know what I mean?
I think like that's why I think they're jobbing him out. I think they're total 100% like jobbing this dude out because he's leaving. I think he's fucking out.
All they really got to do in AEW though is slap the El Generico mask back on him, and bam, bam, he's new again, right? So
right. It's not, but I think they're just like a punishment thing for him. Maybe it's because he said some shit online or something, and like it's a punishment for him. There's something going on. There's something that's got to be going, because there was no way they like gave him like this little. He was such a fucking like total. I don't hate to say the word geek. He's just fucking jobber in this match. Like every single second he was on the match, he was just losing.
That's how they look at him. They look at him as an enhancement talent. They look at him as a guy who makes other people look good.
Right,
They've looked at him like that from basically day one.
Well, yeah, but there's a level to that like this was like even like beyond that, where like it was almost like comedy. Like, you know, they can fucking do that with other people too, like Ricochet, but at least they give Ricochet some offense every now and then. Or
Ricochet thumbed his own asshole. Like he fingered his asshole on camera. I mean, I might have spread mine, but I never fingered it.
That's true. Yeah, but you know, they give guy, they give some people offense. Like he literally had 0 offense that entire match. Every single second he was on screen, he was there to lose and look bad, to the point where it was actually one of the most entertaining parts of the match. Like watching just how low they will push him. It was actually fun. I enjoyed the story of the match. I thought it was a very good match. Wasn't too long.
Well, they had Owens just kick the shit out of them. Yeah.
It was sick. And then Owens got beat up in a legit way by Jey Uso, which will probably lead to Owens versus Jey at Mania, or at least at Fastlane, you know.
I was surprised to see Owens not actually win the match. I thought he would win the Chamber. And then I was a little disappointed Cesaro didn't win, because it felt like felt like to me that like it always seems to me, right, in the Chamber, the crowd, now there was no actual crowd, but the crowd will get behind them. Remember when they got behind Santino the one year?
Yeah.
Remember when they got behind like Kofi, I think, the one year?
Yeah.
This would have been the time, like the crowd would have, I think, been behind Cesaro.
I was behind Cesaro.
I don't know why they wouldn't have just given Cesaro the Chamber. I guess because then he has to lose to Reigns, but I mean, he still ended up losing anyway.
He lost to Jey Uso. But the thing is, with the Cesaro thing, like this is the time, like it's almost too late to push the guy. You know, he's been in this company for a decade. He's been on the main roster for 8 years. He's been here for a long, long time, and they should have pulled the trigger on him, 3-4 years ago. Really, when they could have pulled him on summer of 2016. He was having that singles run, and he was fucking doing great. You know, that would have been great.
They should have strapped the rocket to him after WrestleMania 30 when he won the Battle Royal. That was the time.
Yeah.
It gave him Heyman, and then I don't know what happened. Like the Heyman as his mouthpiece never took off because he was overshadowed by Lesnar. It didn't work for whatever reason. I don't even remember a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they do with him. Like they tried giving him Heyman. He can't really talk on his own. Even still, he's better than he was, but
his gimmick, he's never been good at talking. But really, the reality is, you don't actually need to be good at talking if you can get the right character behind the guy. Like, you know, I mean, he's not good.
Yeah, they just don't have a character for him.
His character is very athletic and good at wrestling, right? That's his character.
Yeah,
but he should be like a fucking monster, because he is a real life probably strength.
Well, he's as strong as Cena. He's as strong as Cena in real life. Like he's
probably stronger.
And Cena, he owns a lot of the weightlifting records at the Performance Center, or either by Cesaro or Cena.
Yeah. Or whatever. But you know, like he's obviously a very strong, you know, athletic. He's got the look. He just can't talk. But even if he could cut promos, I don't think he would have gotten the main event push, because there's been plenty of guys who do have that full package. They have been coming on.
I think it didn't like his nipples, for one. His nipples held him back.
That's fair. I can agree with that.
You know, and then he's European, and Vince doesn't like Europeans.
I can agree with that too. That's completely fair.
Like they gave him bullshit gimmicks, like the yodeling gimmick. They gave him the yodeling gimmick.
Oh my God, how can I forget the yodeling?
He would come out yodeling, and they gave him like when he was Antonio Cesaro, like when he had a first name. And this one thing that I just don't understand is taking away the first names. Like I'd understand adding, I'd understand if it was Riddle and then it became Matt Riddle. I don't understand going from Matt Riddle, or from Antonio Cesaro to Cesaro, or from Alexander Rusev to Rusev, or Mustafa Ali to Ali. I don't know. It just seems like shit. None of those guys he's done that to have ever gone anywhere. And I don't know.
I can't think of anyone in the past that like obviously like Triple H has the nickname, but like there's a difference between a nickname and like just getting rid of half your name. You know, like
Yeah,
I guess
when
it's
he
less
was
work to print
Antonio
on a T-shirt.
Cesaro, who did he have? He had like Oksana with him as his manager,
I don't even
and he
remember.
was like U.S. champion,
Yeah,
and he would like wear like the sunglasses, and he would cut these like promos saying he was like a rugby player or something. Like his gimmick was that he was like a rugby player.
I don't even know.
It was just retarded.
That is retarded.
I don't know. I think Cesaro though has the most protected finisher on the roster. I don't think anyone's ever kicked out of the neutralizer.
No, I
Uh,
don't think they have, but he never hits it. It's one of those things. It's well, it's anything Gotch style, we have to like get him up in that angle. You know, it's impossible to get. The whole gimmick is that it's hard to get him in that position. You know, in the first place, so it's hard for him to even hit it.
yeah,
Which
but
is
what
why
can
you
you
almost
do?
forget
I mean, Cesaro.
he even has a finisher because he never gets to fucking hit it. But
Well, he never really he doesn't win that often either, right?
yeah, he doesn't.
So that was the chamber match. The Reigns picked the bones of Bryan. Bryan got a hope spot in that match, though.
Which was I thought that was
That
this
I
that
bought.
whole this,
I bought into it.
me
I
too.
I thought maybe. I thought maybe he was going to tap out there. You know,
Yeah,
it was like because he was in it for a while. He was in that hold for a while, and I was like,
it
oh
was.
shit.
I consider the Elimination Chamber like leading to the Roman Reigns match. I consider that just one match or segment because it was basically just one thing that happened. It means technically it's
Yeah,
two matches, but I thought as a whole that whole like
this
segment of it got great heat
it
on
was
Reigns.
probably the best segment of the show, wasn't it?
It was
It was
absolutely.
probably the high point of the show.
Honestly, I
Um,
could have turned off there, and I kind of did because I tuned out because all that's left is the U.S. title match, the women's tag team match, and then the other main event.
yeah,
That was it, which is honestly, I
I
gotta
was
say,
shocked at how short this
I
show
was so fucking
was.
happy. It was
I was,
awesome. It was so great how short this thing was. It was nice. It's nice having. I mean, it's almost
yeah.
too short, but like it was only 2.5 fucking hours long. It was done
I'll
by.
tell you this though. Every year, the Elimination Chamber, I'm just never into it because I kind of know the results going in. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so this is going to happen because the Mania plans are already kind of set, and you can see where it's going.
Mhm.
So that's the only, but that's every Elimination Chamber pay per view. My biggest issue is then also having Fastlane, which is going to be another pay per view like this, where we're pretty much going to know what's going to happen at it
Yeah,
as well, right? So
they shouldn't be doing Fastlane. They should just have like a 2 month build to Mania. Really, like this should be the last pay per view before
yeah,
Mania.
well, the Chamber match I think should be moved to some date like in September, like after SummerSlam, or move the Chamber match to SummerSlam itself. I don't know what you do with it, but
I
maybe not do it every year. Maybe do it
maybe don't.
less
I'd
often.
say if you're gonna put it as an every year thing, I actually like it as where it is now, with it being like a kind of a second Royal Rumble thing because I think it works as like like a long grueling like elimination match to determine the next challenger. I think whoever wins it is usually a pretty good. I think it's a fairly decent gimmick.
Uh,
I
I
don't know.
just think it's always very predictable
It
at the
is.
Chamber.
The only times it hasn't been predictable, I thought, was when Bray Wyatt won in 2017. That was an unpredictable
Yeah,
chamber match because you
I
just never
didn't
think.
see that.
I thought for sure,
Yeah,
what's it called? John Cena was going to Mania, but he wasn't, or even AJ. But Bray Wyatt won them, which was cool. And I thought, this one was pretty. I didn't think Daniel Bryan was going to win. I actually didn't know who was going to win this anyway. I knew whoever was going to win this, the SmackDown one was going to lose to
well,
Reigns.
that's what you knew was going to lose. That was the thing, right? Like you didn't know who would win, but I thought it would be Kevin, so I was a little bit surprised there. The other chamber was totally fucking predictable, and
Yeah,
I thought it was below average
I
for a
didn't. I
chamber.
wasn't paying it. I kind of got bored and kind of looked at my phone. I started a new.
Me too.
I started a new TV channel board today, so I was looking at that and all the shit posted on there.
Yeah, what was it? The Truth or whatever
Yeah,
board you
slash
started.
truth. It's my
Um,
conspiracy board. It's good. Fun board, but I was looking at that shit because there was fun stuff going on in there, and I actually kind of tuned out for half that match. But you know,
so there was a U.S. title match. Riddle won.
yeah, he
Um,
won. He didn't pin
so
Lashley, so I guess that's will be how they use to set up the feud for Mania again. I'm guessing, or like to do a rematch at
well,
Fastlane.
they're getting the belt off Lashley so they could do Lashley and McIntyre, or that's what I'm hoping. To
That's what it
God, I'm
looked like
hoping
tonight.
that
I
they're
think
just.
they might do Miz. Miz might, maybe he'll lose the belt at Fastlane and then Lashley will challenge McIntyre. That'd be a pretty good feud.
That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen and probably should happen. Because otherwise, you're going to have Miz go over dirty at Fastlane over McIntyre.
Which would not work.
Which I don't really like at all. And then McIntyre beat him at Mania. I think Miz loses the strap at Fastlane. Do Lashley and McIntyre. They were having Lashley look like a monster with the U.S. belt. And I was kind of sad to see it come off of him. But unless he's going to be elevated to the next level.
Which it looks like he's going to be. It looks like, even if it's not like right away at Mania, I think that Lashley McIntyre for the title is going to be a next level. It's going to be the next feud they're going to do. For sure. Yeah. Maybe at Mania, maybe after Mania. But whatever the case.
Well, what is Lesnar doing? Is Lesnar coming back? Or are they going to do Lashley and Lesnar?
I don't think any of the big stars are coming to Mania. There's not going to be Lesnar. For sure, there's no Cena at Mania. He's filming a movie or a TV show.
Yeah, he's filming the movie.
So basically, any of the guys who are like part timers are basically it's gonna be the first Mania without any of the part timers, really, because there's no Lesnar, no Undertaker, no Cena. Maybe Triple H will come back for something, but probably not.
Batista and Triple H. Yeah, but Batista could always come back.
Well, no, he can't. He finally got off steroids. Didn't you see? He finally.
Yeah, and he looks like shit. He looks
like dog shit. He fucking went.
He looks like he's like astrogenic. Like
it's crazy. Fucking.
Yeah, and he's got those glasses now. He's got those fucking training glasses. I don't know. What do you do? Get Shawn Michaels back? They got to get Shawn Michaels back in there against Daniel Bryan.
I think they think that they can go without any of these part timers. I mean, like, I'm serious. Like, they think they're finally listening to the fans and say, "No more part timers."
That's not how they operate, though. Surely they're gonna fucking.
No, they're finally listening to the fans. They're not putting anything interesting or fun on Mania. That's how they're listening to the fans. Yeah. You know, this whole cry
get Undertaker back.
This whole cry against the part timers is such bullshit. Like, I've always thought that was horseshit. It's like, I don't care. It's fun to see these things. It's like, you're not building up these new guys to anything. So who cares if you use the part timers over and over again? It's not actually hurting the new guys that much because you never will build them up properly, anyways. You know?
Yeah, they don't give a shit about anybody but Roman. I don't know. They might be right about that. I don't think they're right, though. They should do more for the other guys.
Maybe they'll do Goldberg and The Fiend again until like Fiend gets payback on Goldberg.
Well, yeah, because what are they going to do with Fiend? Do Fiend and Orton again?
I guess that's what they're doing because Orton's out of the main event completely. Maybe they're going to do Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton and Fiend versus Goldberg.
Fuck. I don't know.
You know what? I think for sure, 100%, The Miz is losing the title before Fastlane because I think they're doing Bad Bunny.
Is this going to be another 2-night Mania? Because like I don't really see how you do that.
It's a 2-night Mania, yeah.
But there's not enough there. Like what is the marquee? What is the marquee this year? Edge and Reigns.
Edge and Reigns is the second night, and the first night is it's going to be McIntyre and probably Lashley or something. Which is not.
I don't know.
That's a
man.
TNA main. That was literally a TNA Slammiversary main event, man. I think I
don't know, man.
DVD. I think
it doesn't feel. It just doesn't feel quite like Mania. Like I don't know, Edge is good enough, but they need one more. I don't know, big star from the past or something to liven it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or get something hot going in the mid card. Get something hot going with Bryan or Cesaro or. I don't know what they're going to have to do. Maybe do Bryan and Cesaro in an Iron Man match to kill time.
There.
I don't know. My God.
This is your main event.
I remember this show. Yeah.
With fucking Hardy versus Hardy. And this is actually a very good show. Honestly, it's a pretty good anniversary.
Impact at that time was actually putting out some pretty good shit. Was that like 2015?
2016. That's when Broken Hardy's like literally. It was like literally when Broken Hardy started, like a week after.
Yeah.
I got all of these in the brown bag TNA special. I got like 5 of those things. I got so many.
Oh, you got the brown bags, bro.
I think I've got the bag.
Have you ever subscribed to the Impact Plus service?
No way. I'll just pirate the shit. There's the TNA brown bag.
Pirate. There's shit. Oh. I've had it a couple times. The only thing that the TNA streaming service is they got to get all the impacts, like the Spike TV impacts in like 2010 and 2012 are missing, and that's like the best period of impact. Yeah, they can't get them, so I don't know. That's a shame.
Spike probably has the rights to him still. Maybe one day they will. Maybe AEW will have the rights to him, Spike.
The
money mark.
I bet you they will. I bet you they will.
Khan.
And integrate it with an AEW streaming streaming service, right? I don't know.
Actually, you know what? If WWE Network is going the route of Peacock, all the wrestling networks should just go the route and like sell themselves off to these bigger networks. Like AEW's streaming service should be HBO Max. It should, and it'd be so much. They would make more money.
Yeah.
They would get a contract with HBO. They make more money than they would actually selling subscriptions, and it'd be better for me because I don't have to buy these separate fucking wrestling apps, which suck dick.
Yeah. Okay, we had, what was it, the tag match, women's tag match.
This looked like shit. I
fucking Reginald comes
Hey,
out.
you know what? Reginald's Keno. He's fucking. They put a man in the women's division, not a tranny. They put a man in the women's division, and he's He's a good part of the women's division. He's a good wrestler.
I don't know. I saw him on SmackDown this week. He was actually not half bad in the ring. He was showing.
He looked kind of cool.
He was decent. Yeah. But yeah, this was just pretty throwaway women's tag match. And then the Chamber itself, title.
Yeah, McIntyre beat everyone. I thought the finish with him doing the Claymore kick into the Phenomenal Forum looked pretty damn good. Probably one of the highlights of the match. And then Lashley came out, beat down McIntyre, and Miz cashed in and won the title. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's a different story. I'm interested in what's going to happen. Honestly, it's not the best Mania build ever. In fact, it may be one of the weakest builds to a Mania match I've ever seen. But at least it is a build to a match. At least something is happening storyline-wise. You know,
it was surprising. I'll give it that. That was surprising to see Miz come out and win. Because I thought Miz would lose his cash in.
Me too.
So good for Miz. He got his win. It's a nice little accolade for Miz, although he doesn't really need it. But you know, it's a nice little feather in his cap. He's been there a long time. But that was the Chamber. It was okay. It wasn't a terrible show. It was short.
Now here's the deal. Here's the facts, okay? It's very clear this Miz Bad Bunny feud is going to keep going. And they've got the interest on Bad Bunny.
Oh, God.
This is what I'm thinking, okay? This is why I don't think Miz is going to... If Miz has a title, will Miz have not the title at Mania? Because here's what it's going to be. It's going to be the Miz and John Morrison versus Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, right?
Or in Booker T. Maybe Bad Bunny and Booker. Bring Booker back in.
They could do that, but I think they're doing Damian Priest. I think that's the guy they're putting him with, which is, that's what they're doing. But here's the question. Are they going to do, is that going to be the title match? Is that going to be a main event for one of these nights? Is Bad Bunny in the main event of WrestleMania? Do they do that?
No, they can't do that. They can't do that. They have to bring Undertaker back before that.
Right, so
comes to that.
This is what I'm
saying. The Undertaker in a wheelchair.
Do they do the Miz versus Damian Priest in a title match with Bad Bunny and at ringside, and he does his splash, and then
what?
Yeah.
So you're saying that they keep the title on Miz and do Miz and Damian Priest with Bad Bunny in the corner? No, man, there's no way they do that. That's ridiculous.
This is my other prediction. It's either gonna be McIntyre and Lashley or the Miz and Damian Priest. Those are the two storylines that came out of the show. It has to be
McIntyre and Lashley for the belt. Bad Bunny will cost Miz the match with McIntyre, or Damian Priest will. Miz will cheat, and then the cheating will get reversed by Damian Priest, or Bad Bunny, and then the Miz will feud with him, and McIntyre and Lashley will go at it. That's what how it probably should go.
But if you think about it in terms of star power, in terms of a main event headline, is McIntyre versus Lashley bigger, or this famous music star coming? It's fucking Piper versus Mr. T.
What's Donald Trump doing? Let's get Donald Trump in there.
That's it. That's it, bro. Oh my God, Battle of Billionaires 2, Battle of the Impeached, Vince McMahon versus Donald Trump, not a bullshit match, in a straight up wrestling match. Oh.
No, it's a shoot fight between Vince and Donald Trump, and people would pay anything to see Trump get his ass kicked.
But then he'll win. He'll go over, brother.
And then Trump wins and starts giving a speech, just like I beat coronavirus, Joe Biden. I've won. I've conquered the WWE universe. It's winning bigly. Oh fuck. Have him do like a really racist feud with like a Mexican wrestler.
Rey
Have him like
Mysterio.
insult Ray's fam. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Have Trump
Dominic
come out as a
Mysterio.
heel and like insult Dominic and say he's an illegal or something. Ray, I don't know. Ray's a wetback. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they can do.
That's a great idea.
That
would unite America.
All right, well,
that would unite America in holy unison. That would save America's division right now. It would.
It's part of the healing.
It's part of the healing.
It's part of the healing.
Okay.
Okay. Quickly out fuck. Last week's Dynamite. I just gotta quickly go over some of the shit. Like these 2 weeks of Dynamite. I mean, 2 weeks ago, the Dynamite I didn't think was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Darby versus Janela, I thought would be fucking awful. I thought it was going to be total shit. It actually wasn't that bad.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah.
Darby, I think it was actually pretty good. What I didn't like, there were like a few of the talking segments. The one that was just really retarded to me was the fucking Hangman Page and Matt Hardy story, where they go to the bar and like Matt starts like whispering in the camera about how he's screwing Hangman, as though Hangman won't notice, and then Matt doesn't notice, and Hangman switches the papers, and then nobody heading into this week had told Matt that he had switched the papers, not his wife, not his kids, not his friends who might have been watching in the back, not his own brother. Like, nobody told him the papers were switched. I don't know. I thought that was a bit fucking hokey. And the MJF stuff, they like retconned it this week, but it was so retarded. It's like, how is MJF Jewing anyone by secretly recording it when the whole thing is being filmed by a camera crew? Was my 2 issues with fucking the AEW show from like 2 weeks ago. It's just
the
bizarre.
Same problem, but they did it twice. Yeah, they weren't. I guess I don't fucking know. I agree that the Matt Hardy one I thought was kind of like Matt Hardy thought Hangman was drunk. That's why he thought he was able to get one over on him and look away. But at the same time, he should have he should have been looking at the footage, and when he came out this week, he should have been like, "Wait, what's going on with this contract, dude?" But he was still stupid, which is just maybe Matt Hardy really is just that stupid. I mean, his wife is a dumb bitch.
Yeah, well,
to be fair.
And I thought that it also wasn't very clear. It wasn't apparent to me on first watching it that Hangman had actually switched the contract.
Yeah.
I thought when I first watched it that Hangman had been bamboozled. But then my issue with it was when I first saw it, I thought Hangman had been bamboozled. I was like, well, he didn't look that drunk. Like, he wasn't at all acting drunk. Like, he was very sober acting. You know what I mean? Like, he's not playing a very good drunk.
But he wasn't that drunk. We just didn't get it.
Yeah.
It's whatever. I agree. It was stupid. Yeah, it was stupid.
That was 2 weeks ago.
I didn't hear about when
this
we're supposed
week,
to go. Before we get into this, you hear that Sammy got kicked out of Impact?
Oh yeah, Sammy, not Sammy Callahan, but Sammy Guevara. Why, he wouldn't do their creative, right? He would.
Yeah, they want to put him in fucking Decay.
What?
Yeah, they want to put him in Decay. Yeah.
Isn't that the group with
fucking Rosemary and Crazy Steve? Yeah.
Yeah. What were they thinking?
It was a stupid idea. To be fair, like, he probably was right to say that's a dumb idea.
I don't know. The reality is, how many people are actually going to see it anyway? I don't know.
Well,
I mean, he was right to say no, but
I think
fuck Impact.
Fuck Impact.
Like, fuck them. Like, why are you going to do anything for them? Like, Jesus.
Yeah, no, he's giving at this point. He's actually giving him a favor by going there. Which isn't saying a lot. It's just that Impact's fallen that far, man. But yeah, no, I think the idea of Sammy like leaving the Inner Circle and also AEW and then going somewhere else for a little while and then coming back eventually, probably at the pay-per-view to screw them to the title, makes a lot of sense.
I don't mind it. I'm glad Sammy has broke away from that. He could be a good baby face,
Yeah, no. Well, I think it's a good chance to revitalize it. I think he kind of he was doing really well right up until the rape joke thing with Sasha.
Yeah.
That broke out, and then his stuff got put on a big break on. And he's kind of had trouble recovering from it.
My big worry for Sammy is that he's going to be the next Hangman Page, the guy that it's like, oh, well, we have big plans for this guy, but we're just going to put him in some weird comedy bullshit in like the mid card. and just waste this guy and make him look cheap. And that's what I worry that they're going to do with him. Like, put him with like Orange Cassidy or something, and fucking put him with Best Friends or some stupid shit, like they're doing with Hangman. Hopefully they don't do that. They just push him and have him fight MJF at some point. That would be good. Maybe if MJF gets the belt. But again, that's like 6 months down the line in terms of the story. Like 6 months, a year down the line. What does he do until then?
I think,
and it's like,
I don't think MJF. I don't think he's going after MJF for the belt, but I think they're going to do the feud probably at the next pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. It'll be Sammy and MJF probably then.
Yeah. Well, it could be good. It could be good.
And he might reunite with Chris Jericho and turn Chris Jericho babyface then too on MJF, might be an alright idea. But
because Jericho's already a babyface anyway, isn't he?
Right. He just needs to, finally make the switch.
Everybody just sings his song and shit.
Yeah.
Show started this week. Matt Hardy and Hangman Page versus TH2.
Yeah.
Like, the story of it, I guess, was that Hangman did the work and gave Matt the win. Then he fucking did this bullshit with the Jacksonville Jaguars mascot.
Yeah.
It was fucking retarded. I don't know. I like the way Hardy sold it, to be honest with you. Like, it was really stupid, but I liked, like, Hardy was, I've been bamboozled. It's a money match. It says that I've signed over my earnings for the first quarter. But what I didn't get was, like, what they agreed to was a money match. So what does that exactly entail?
I think whoever wins gets all the other person's money.
For how long, though? Because it was like the first quarter. But did Matt already agree to, why would Hangman risk his quarterly earnings?
That's a good point. I actually was wondering why he would agree to that. But I guess it's because he's an honorable, stupid babyface. Yeah, that's just what they do.
Because I thought it was like for the whole year. Like, Hangman was like, well, I'll agree to put my money on the line, but only if it's for the whole year. But I don't know if I've just headcanoned that to try and make it make more sense, or if that was actually something that was said. I'm not too sure. But I thought Matt was kind of funny with what was happening there, the way he was delivering the promo after he had been hoodwinked.
Yeah.
But and then the $3,700, that was kind of funny. I'll pay you $3,700 to beat him up.
Yeah.
But then Dark Order comes out, and it's like child exploitation hour again, right?
Yeah. Why is this fucking kid still here, man? He should be home. Fucking going to school. He should be in school, dude. It's Wednesday night, bro. Gotta go to school tomorrow fucking morning.
The birthday party was like the last indulgence, I think. Now it's just stop. Like, the Dark Order, they're trying to get them over, I guess, but they're having to leech off sympathy for a child.
Yeah.
Which just feels kind of scummy.
Which I don't think they really need to do. I thought they were doing fine without the kid. Before then, they were already kind of turning babyface before even Braley died. They were doing okay. And now,
well, they have the shine from the kid anyway. They don't need him all the time. They already have all that goodwill from Brody's death.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't need to keep reminding you of the kid. Brody's died, and you're going to cheer for them because of Brody being dead. So I'm not going to cheer for them. Personally, I wish fans would boo the shit out of them. And if I wonder if the fans were actually there, if they would start to boo this kid and boo the Dark Order. I don't know.
It's a bit
Probably
too
not.
soon.
The AEW fans are a bit gay, but
maybe not right now. But if this keeps up for much longer, I would not be surprised. It's not very good.
Yeah.
Fuck. What happened next? I don't have my fucking sheet up. Give me a second.
Yeah. Evans and Angelico. What do you think of the TH2 guys?
I mean, Angelico is clearly the talent there. I mean, Evans has been, he's king of the flippy shits there, bro. I always like him. I think the thing is, Angelico has a really different style. He's got that Zack Sabre Jr. style that really he's a great singles wrestler, and I think he would really add a lot of diversity to the main in terms of wrestling, not in terms of actual diversity, but in terms of like variety to the main event or like even like the singles match scene as a wrestler.
I think Darby. I think he could wrestle Darby. I think he could wrestle Starks. He could wrestle. There's a Jungle Boy. He could have a good match with. He could have a good match with.
I think he's had a great match with Omega in AAA at one point. It's been a while. I mean, not now, but if you build this guy back up, he could have a good TV match with Omega for the title. I don't see him as a main
think
event
in this
player.
tag team, no, I don't see him as the top guy, but I see him as a mid-card singles guy more than I see him in this tag team.
Yeah, this tag team.
To be honest, I think
they've got Jack Evans signed. I mean, Jack Evans is like original. Him and Teddy Hart were the original kings of the flippy shits. Back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't
know.
What
happened to Teddy? Is he just been blackballed from everything now?
He's in fucking jail, dude.
Oh, he's in jail.
Yeah, he's
in jail.
He got arrested, bro.
Shit.
He's fucked. But I mean, I think Jack Evans is an alright wrestler, and I think this team is okay, but the character sucks. The gimmick kind of is not there, and they've lost so much that you can't recover this team. But I think in Helico, if you give him a redesign, new gear, new look, make him a serious, straight, submission guy, and put him in the ring with some of those guys, you could have some fun, different matches that aren't just a typical AEW match, that are a bit more variety there, which would be good.
He could have a match with Phoenix. He could have a match with Pac.
Pac would be a great match because they could do trade submissions because Pac's a pretty good submission wrestler too.
Yeah.
They would be fun, but the thing is, they're not going to do that because I don't know why. They're so focused on him being in this tag team. He shouldn't be in this tag team match. He's better than this.
What are they doing with Daniels and Kazarian? Are they still on TV?
I think they've transitioned mostly to backstage roles, both of them. Especially because I think for sure Daniels has. He's head of talent development or talent relations or some shit in the company. So he's they're both backstage guys now. They're trainers.
Yeah, it probably makes sense. They were getting a bit, but they could still work. I don't know. I would have liked to see maybe a TNT title kind of, for Daniels, or Kazarian.
I think Kazarian's young enough that he could have another run with a title. It'd be fine. I mean, fuck, Daniels got his first world title in ROH in 3 years ago. I remember that. That was a big deal for a while.
And did Daniels ever even get the Impact title? I don't think he ever did.
Nope. First ever world title was Ring of Honor.
He should have got the Impact title at some point, especially in those last years where, fuck, come on.
Yeah.
They gave Alex Shelley the belt, I think. Or was it Sabin? Sabin, I think.
Well, Sabin was X Division champ before he was in with Machine Guns. He was a pretty good singles wrestler already.
Well, do you remember though when they had Sabin cash in the X Division shot and win the world belt? It was just fuck.
Good old
so then we had Serena Deeb and Riho. Riho is so tiny. Oh, did we miss something? The Inner Circle interview.
We already talked about this a little bit, though, to be fair.
Okay, the only thing to say about this is why are Santana and Ortiz getting the title shot? Because they just lost the match to MJF and Jericho to be the tag team of the Inner Circle. So
last week, the Bucks requested the match. They said they were going to do this title match. They asked to get the match with Santana and Ortiz. It was at the champion's request. So logically,
I guess.
But the champions should be able to request their challengers if they have a open TV title match,
I guess. But yeah, it wasn't too big of a deal. We talked about the Sammy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Jericho. Yeah, Jericho when he told MJF to shut the hell up or whatever. That was
it was good. There's some development with the characters going on here, so it's all right. I'm not the biggest fan of the storyline, but at least it's progressing. At least something's happening.
So, did you watch the Serena Deeb and Riho match or no?
I didn't watch all of it. I watched a chunk of it. I was kind of on and off. I was kind of already done with the women's tournament at this point. I was like, this shit's fucked. I don't care because of what happened with the YouTube show on Monday because it was so bad. I was like, why should I care about this tournament? From what I saw, the action, I thought the wrestling and stuff was okay. It wasn't terrible, I thought. And I'm a big hard person that wins wrestling, so I'm not gonna say it was great or even that good. But I thought the work was nice. It was clean. There were very few mistakes. I thought the pace was pretty good. And I felt like there was I could tell even from watching the match at the pace and the timing of it was actually a pretty well put together match.
No, these two are probably some of the better women. The issue is Riho's wrists are so thin and tiny, and her arms. She's 90 pounds, legit. She couldn't weigh more than 110. And I can't believe that she's beating up anyone.
But she is one of their best workers. I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, she's not believable, but who else is there in that fucking division that can work a good match?
I don't know. Well, that's what I'm thinking. They put the belt back on her to be honest.
I would too. I mean, really, like, I mean, from what I saw, it was
I'm getting tired of what's her name. I don't even
Sheeta.
remember the women's Sheeta. I'm getting tired of Sheeta.
Me too.
She's beat everyone in the division. Let's go back to Riho. Let's have a change. I don't know. It's either that or give it to Britt Baker, who I don't think is ready yet. But then again, none of them really.
Britt Baker fucking sucks. Don't want to see her on. I don't fucking like the Britt Baker stuff at all. She's not good.
Yeah, well then people be like, but she's a heel, so you're not supposed to like her. She's just really annoying. She's just a fucking twat. I don't know. She's with her fucking dentist glove.
But yeah, Riho won, and then there she's facing Thunder Rosa next. I think what's gonna happen tonight, which is fucked.
Oh fuck yeah. Then Shaq. There was a video package with Shaq and Jade Cargill, and they were playing basketball. I don't really know what this was supposed to be.
That I thought was that her workout clothes had more fabric than her walking around town clothes. Like when she walked into the gym, she had a bikini and like jean things on, and then she put on a hoodie and like basketball pants, and she looked like a fucking man. She looked like like a 7 foot tall man.
She does look like a man. She's kicked Cody's ass, really.
I think she would. She's obviously better.
She looks like a black She-Hulk. Like if She-Hulk was painted black.
Why is she not in the WNBA? Like actually, why is she not in the WNBA? Is she just not good at basketball or something? Like physically, she should be in that league, right?
Yeah.
She's like Shaq, but female. I get.
I don't know. So this was
again playing basketball. I get that she's female Shaq, bro.
The build
Shaq could just say that she's her daughter. He'd be like Kurt son, fucking Jason Jordan. She is my estranged daughter from another life.
The build to this
when I travel to the Badlands
so
in Shaq Fu.
Oh fuck! There's a new Shaq Fu game out, eh?
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
Is it any good?
No, it's not a fighting game. It's like a beat 'em up. It's kind of okay, but it's kind of generic feeling. It's not the best, but it's fucking Shaq Fu.
My issue with it is last week we had a great Shaq promo. We had a great Shaq promo last week, and then before that it was shit, and then this week it's shit again. So
he didn't cut a promo.
I don't know. It's just,
he didn't say anything. He just looked. He was there at the camera. He didn't say any words.
Yeah.
So
they're not making good enough use of Shaq. Every week should be like the week before this last one.
They should.
Where he's cutting a promo, or he's like, even like if you're gonna have Shaq do like athletic feats, have him do athletic shit like that only Shaq could do. Don't have him just play basketball. Like Shaq used to have a show called, I don't know if you ever saw it, but it was Shaq Versus, where Shaq would like take on various athletes in their own sports and try and beat them, and like people in their own like areas. I don't know. Shaq is a crazy athletic dude. Like Shaq is a 7 foot tall, 350-pound man. Like there's so much you can have him do. I don't know why they're doing this.
Frankly, he's a great actor.
Charismatic.
He was in the classic Adam Sandler movie Hubie Halloween. He was one of the starring roles in that movie.
The classic Adam Sandler movie, Hubie Halloween. Okay, cool. Moving on. Moving on. Orange Cassidy versus Luther. This is like the worst shit. This is like drizzling shits. This is so fucking.
Well, at least it was short. That's the only thing I'll say that was nice about this book. I'm with you. This is 100% like, why is this fucking he's on TV every week. I get it if you can put him on as an enhancement talent every once in a while, but he's literally been on TV every week for the last like month.
They almost had Luther give Cassidy like a fucking power bomb or a pile driver on the apron. At one point, this guy is so unsafe. Like when I watch him work, like I fear for the people who work with him. I fear for Luther's safety. The way he takes these bumps, like I fear for Luther himself. But I don't really fear for him because I hope he gets paralyzed.
Yeah.
I was hoping that when Cassidy hit that power bomb to the floor on Luther, that would be the end of Luther's life and that he would be dead. But Luther will be on my TV screen next week.
I'm fucking sick of this guy. He's not a good wrestler. He's too old. He's not safe. He's not enjoyable. His character is bad. Nothing about him. He can't cut a good promo. Nothing about this guy screams, put him on TV. only as an enhancement talent. If you're gonna put him on as an enhancement talent, fine. But you have a bunch of
Well,
other
that's what they
enhancement
did.
talent. You have other
But that's what they
enhancement talent.
did. That's what
Use
they
them.
did.
Variety.
And this doesn't do anything for Orange Cassidy. How does this elevate Cassidy? It really doesn't. It just makes Cassidy look stupid. And Cassidy, they really should have pulled the trigger on after the Jericho stuff.
Yeah.
If they were going to put him over Jericho like they did, he should be the TNT champion right now, or he should be
with Darby at least.
At least, if not going for the world title, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think he was really over with the fans. He was over with me.
Which probably took a lot of work. Because his gimmick is the kind of thing that you don't like.
Yeah.
So if he was over
but
with
I
you,
thought
it means that they were doing good work with him, and then you're now doing nothing with him. That Miro feud.
He had a lot of natural charisma. Like, he has a natural charisma to him where he carries himself in a way that's outside of the product. You know, he has an aura to him at least. But they're just wasting him. They're just wasting him in this low card shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's not like a natural main eventer, like with his physique or anything. But I think he has some charisma. And Team Taz like dragged Allen in a body bag last week.
Yeah, it was a cool stunt. You know, it's a good looking thing. It fits Darby's character thing.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was actually pretty cool.
And then they came out. Sting came out, and he took a bump. He took the powerbomb bump.
You know? I don't know why. And it didn't look good when he took that bump. I was kind of worried for him because he took that like to his neck and his head. He's trying to prove that he's still got it, and they're letting a 62-year-old man. I mean, do this.
Maybe he had like some of that fusion therapy or some shit or whatever. Or,
he's 60 fucking one. He's 61, 62 years old. Like, fuck. He's 61. He's 61.
Should stop wrestling.
I mean, fuck. Like 50, 55. Okay, bro. But 60, 61. Come on, man. It's time to fucking move on. But I guarantee you, he'll be wrestling in 5 more. He'll be wrestling till he's like 80. Jesus.
He's Ric fucking Flair. Just like he thinks he can go as long as Flair did. Wouldn't Flair finally stop wrestling in TNA?
Well, Rick might have stopped fucking wrestling before he was fucking 60. Rick is only 71 now. So Rick stopped when he was 60, about that. Because he had, one match in Impact in like 2010?
Yeah.
When was that last match in Impact? But he wasn't, he retired mostly in, 2008? Was his, WWE.
Let's see, Ric Flair last match.
Flair was defeated by Abyss on April 26, 2010. Flair lost possession of his Hall of Fame ring. Holy shit.
Yeah, September 15th, 2011. So it was almost 10 years ago. So he was 61. The same age Sting is now.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, even Flair shouldn't have been wrestling in Impact. Those matches were pretty sad to see.
He had one good feud with Jay Lethal, and that was it. And that was
I liked Flair, in Fortune and stuff, when he was icing the members of Fortune.
Yeah,
it was retarded. He's like, "You've just been iced, bro," and they'd have to chug the Smirnoff Ice. It was just the shit that was going on in Impact at that time is so good. Looking back on it, it's just amazing. It was so bad. You've been iced, bro.
Fuck.
This is Fortune. Fortune. Fuck. It's Team Taz promo. Yeah, this fucking shit.
And then Eddie Kingston talking about the match later tonight. We'll talk about that later. And then it was Kenny Omega in the preschool. I don't know what the fuck this was.
Oh, what the fuck was this? Nakazawa? And
I didn't get this. I don't understand what the point of this. What's this supposed to be? Is there a character thing here? Is this supposed to be funny? Am I supposed to is he being a heel? He didn't even come off that much of a heel. He was just talking about he was just there reading a book and then he left.
I don't know. It was some sort of like advanced with like the Young Bucks, and
He was calling them
I don't know.
gay.
They gotta figure it. I don't know. Did Kenny do his golf promo this week or last week?
That was last week.
Yeah, Kenny did his golf promo. That one I think was better than this one.
That one at least made sense. It's like he's like,
but
yeah, I'm the greatest golfer ever. And then you can see him in the background moving the ball into the hole. Yeah, I got another hole in one. Ha ha ha.
I'm trying to get into Kenny, but like the way he's dressing at times, like I think it was the week before this, might have been this week, but he was like wearing like frilly lace with like those boots. Did you see him?
I think I know which
Like
one you're
when
talking about. Yeah. I think
he
that
did
was
like
this
the
week.
beat down. I think that was it this week? He did the beat down on
It was
them,
this
and he
week.
was wearing
Mhm.
the frilly lace and the boots, and he just looked like a fucking like a male to female transsexual or female to male transsexual. It was bizarre. I'm trying to like Kenny, but they just keep fucking doing
It's
weird
like
gay
every other
shit with
week.
Kenny.
Like sometimes it works, and like last week I thought it worked, and this week doesn't work, and it's just like it's not the best I've seen. Like I've seen a better Kenny Omega heel run a couple of times now that I don't need to see. This one is not the
Yeah.
best one.
It's weird because he's in control of his own creative, I'm sure. So I think that's the issue, probably.
Yeah. Both the positives and the negatives of AEW are because the talents are in creative control. Like a lot of like the promos are better because the talent can decide their own promos. I think the talent deciding their own promos is good. I don't think the talent deciding their feuds and storylines is necessarily good. I think that's been a negative overall.
Well, I don't even know. Like the talents aren't really cutting that many promos. Like not that many guys are talking. It's like the same few guys. I don't know.
Yeah, usually, but then like some time, like what would Top Flight cut a promo a couple weeks ago, and they did a good promo probably because they were allowed to just say whatever they wanted.
It seems every like the one guy whose promos really are disappointing me are Moxley's. Every week they just seem flat. You know,
kind of. Hey, did you watch? I'm not sure if you did. Did you watch the new Bloodsport this weekend? It was Bloodsport 5.
I started watching it. I started watching it. I saw the first couple matches. I didn't see the rest of the show, but I was liking it. Oh yeah.
To accept, press 1.
You're on the line. Hello.
GAHOOLE?
Yeah, it is. What's up? You're on the line. What's up?
What's up? I was just a few like days or weeks, I can't remember, like a few weeks ago you were saying like that you're like the neat wizard king.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering why you're saying that when like everyone knows that you've like waged before and like you're not a neat.
You're right. I'm not. I do have a job. I have a job right now. Yeah.
Do you know anything about what it's like to be a neat?
Yes. I've been a neat a couple of times in my life, at least 2 or 3 times, but sometimes for a period of a couple months, almost a year on end, I was a neat. Yeah, I've been there.
It's not easy, you know that, right? Like
No, it's very struggling financially to figure out how you're gonna manage your money and stuff and get enough food and stuff. Yeah, it's not easy.
And I just like I've been a neat for like 5 years. I haven't stepped outside in a long time. I get food from my mommy.
Have you considered what's it called? Getting a job?
Have you considered getting a fucking job, you lazy bum?
I can't do something like that.
Why?
What's the point?
To make money so you can eat better food?
I like.
What happens when your mom dies? I'm not like I don't want her to die, but like hypothetically, she dies tomorrow from like a car accident. What do you do? What's your life then? Are you homeless? Do you starve on the streets?
I'll probably just stay here.
You can't. There's no one to take care of you.
You have to pay bills, buddy.
Then I'll die.
So you're just gonna die.
Yeah. What? You think I should find some roasty and like?
No, I didn't say that. I should say you should.
Let my genes continue. What's the point of that?
I'm saying you should eat some. You need to eat food and like
Do you
stay
think
alive.
Do you think you're
You
gonna
need
have
food
the
and
option
shelter
to
to
find
be
a
alive.
roasty?
Like I'm not saying you have to get laid or have sex, and so I'm saying you have to eat food and find shelter to stay alive as a creature, right? As a living thing.
But what's the point of that?
Do you know what happens when you die? Listen, if you let yourself die, you'll essentially be committing suicide. or like death through sloth, which will send you to hell, and you will burn in hell for eternity, and it will not be pleasant.
There's a difference between death through sloth and aestheticism.
No, there isn't. You think there is because you've got yourself in your head because you spend too much time on the internet.
The whole point of this planet is that you rise above this disgusting, stinking, roasty infested material plane, and then you get to serve the actual species in the afterlife.
So are you gay, bro? Or?
Some roasty would come.
It's not. Listen, stop thinking about sex for like 5 seconds. I know you. Listen, you're more obsessed with sex than these roasties, bro. It's not about sex. That's part of the eventual goal of life. But don't worry about that now. Worry about the basics. The basics are food and shelter, right? That's the 2 things you need to not die. And if you're just gonna kill yourself, if you're suicidal and you die, you basically go to hell anyways. Okay?
I'm not saying I'm gonna kill myself. I'm saying that if
you are letting yourself die by not providing food and shelter to yourself. You are essentially killing yourself, whether you like to admit it or not.
I'll figure out how to do that when I need to do that. But why would I
figure it out now? Because you're gonna need to do it soon. Right, stop being a drain on your mom. Do you love your mom?
Yes.
Okay, so stop being a drain on her. Stop taking it. What happens when your mom needs to retire and someone needs to take care of her? Are you gonna provide financially for your mother? Can you? What if she needs to go to a hospital and she needs to pay for like an operation? Do you have the money to pay for that? Why don't you? Are you a bad son?
I spend a lot of my hours reading about things and learning about.
Right.
Listen, you're the dark side of the NEET.
Have you learned how to get a job?
And you're the dark side. I am the NEET that appreciates his time, but also knows that eventually he must return.
You are a wage. You wage.
Yeah, I have to go to work because I have to pay my bills and eat food. I don't want to be a wagey, but I have to. It's my life.
Why don't you just eat?
I can't.
Why not?
I don't have... My family won't take care of me like that. I'm not that lucky. Some of us have to work for a living.
Why?
Because I don't want to die!
Did you vote for Bernie Sanders, bro?
Why don't you just eat?
I can't just eat. I don't have... I would just lose... I would not eat. I wouldn't have any money. Because I have bills to pay. I'm in debt already. I'm in like $4,000 in debt and credit card debt already. And I've got student loans to pay off.
So you're saying I need to get some loans, start waging, go to college,
don't get loans.
Find a roastie.
Don't go to college.
With Tom.
You're like skipping things here. You need to get a job and find a place to live and eat food.
I get food and I stay wrapped up in.
What happens when that gets cut off? Why are you doing this? Listen, I'm gonna give you 1 minute to close your thoughts out. What do you have to say to the 5 Pounds of Gunt, the wrestling stream? Do you watch pro wrestling?
You have anything about wrestling? You honest? You mongrel?
Okay, here are my closing thoughts. It is our duty to fight the demiurge to the death. And
the demiurge? Are you fucking retarded? Are you fucking some like aesthetic person? Are you like a fucking crazy aesthetic dude? Have you played too much Persona? Have you like jacked off to too much philosophy and like ancient?
Does this faggot thinks that people from 2,000 years ago didn't have to work?
That would blow your wagey mind.
No, it wouldn't
blow your wagey mind. Like,
you don't know anything.
What are you talking about?
You don't know anything about
when in human history did people not have to work? When in human history?
And roasties and.
I have never had sex. I'm an incel. I don't know what to think about roasties.
I bet you think about roasties all the time.
I don't.
Probably when you're waging, you're thinking about roasties.
No, when I'm working, I'm thinking about my job that I do. Because I am at work. I am helping other people. Listen, my job, you know what I do for my job?
What?
I help people repair their appliances. Their fridge. I fix their fridge. You know the fridge you keep your food in, right?
Yeah.
What happens when the fridge breaks? You call someone to fix it. You get the fridge fixed, and I help people fix their fridge.
No, what you do is you go on the internet and you figure out how your refrigerator works with your extra neat time, and then you.
No, you don't. You wish you could, but the reality is you can't, because there are certain parts in fridges that are relegated to only authorized service dealers that you can buy. You can't buy every single part you want for your fridge. You are not able to because you don't have access to that marketplace. So you can't just fix it yourself.
So you're saying I have to wage so that my refrigerator works so I can call someone else to fix my refrigerator
Yes.
instead of fixing it myself?
Yes, because you can't. You literally cannot fix your fridge. This is the real world. There are certain things that you just cannot do, and you don't have access to do it. And some people are like, that's their job is to do this thing, and they have access to production lines that they can get these parts to fix your shit.
I advise this guy to just start doing drugs until he ends up homeless on the street.
Listen, let's just cut this to the chase. What do you think about the Miz winning the WWE Championship?
Why do you advocate?
Stop. I don't care. I don't care.
He doesn't advocate for
I
anything.
don't care what you're saying. What do you think about the Miz winning the WWE Championship?
Dude, my favorite is Val Venus and
yeah, fucking Val Venus is big.
It's not surprising.
Totally not a roasty at all.
Val Venus is the man.
He's the man, dude.
He's one of my idols.
All right, cool. It's a good idea. All right, well, thanks for calling in. Next time you call back, hopefully you have a job and you stop leeching off your mom, you pathetic waste of shit.
Okay, good to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm also sorry that you're in heat, man. Get better, okay? Do better with your life. You're a better person than you think you are.
Enjoy waging.
Stay in heat for the rest of your life, bro. Don't listen to him. Don't ever wage again, bro.
Oh, that was a call.
I hope that it was real. I think it was just a troll. But
I'm sure it was a troll, but still, it was funny.
he's like, I must wage. Oh.
Hey, Japanese character guy. I do also change water filters. Yes, chat. I do change my water filters.
The statuses. Blow your waging mind. I don't know.
I'm a king. The king does not work. He has peasants who work for him.
Imagine, I don't know, it's just a retarded worldview. There are people, I think, who actually genuinely believe this, who post on, like, TV or R9K.
Hello? You're on the line.
Is this the hooligan?
Yeah, hi, Mark.
This is fucking Mark, you dumb old son of a bitch.
You're not Mark?
No, what the fuck? I've literally commentated a wrestling match.
Oh my god, it's TBC! I thought you were doing your Mark voice. I couldn't hear. I thought that was you, dude. Hey, Riss, what's up?
Okay, I can't hear Ashton Parks, who is ginormously rotund. I just want to make that clear. I can't hear him. I'm gonna listen to his pithy response.
Are you calling out Ashton?
No,
right.
No. I just wanted to call in to commend you upon your dutiful and absolutely just election as the
fuck's sake.
TV Chan, My Life, and my Gleb for my regent, who is you.
Okay.
I just want that to be the case.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty much the entirety, besides like some banter and shit that I wanted to call in for.
Okay, well that's good. Thanks, TBC. Appreciate the love and support. Got a question.
Does he have anything to do with wrestling?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. What do you think about the Miz winning the WWE World Championship from Drew McIntyre at Elimination Chamber tonight?
I think the Miz is like Vince McMahon pulled him out of the gay brothel. He probably should have been condemned to. That's my
wow, that's a fucking take.
I don't know, buddy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
this guy sounds like the dude who cleans the glory holes with his tongue, for fuck's sake.
Duplicate himself up with is a little bit disturbing to me as a heterosexual male. So that's you know.
You don't sound very heterosexual.
Like I sound like Mark.
I think you had a stuffy nose or something because when you called in, you're like, "Hey, go." That's what Mark sounds like. That's what he sounds like. I thought for sure it was him. Well, listen, TVC, me and PP really want to talk about this wrestling stuff, and I appreciate the call, but we will talk again some other time. Thank you for calling in as my friend and colleague. PP called you a gay cumhole, glory hole cleaner. and for insulting his base friend The Miz, for insulting The Miz as well.
Oh, he insulted The Miz.
PPP is contend with the fucking weasel. And the Lizard Sports in issue 2 will be live on March at some fucking date in March. So check that shit out. I love the Team Chat homies.
All right, sounds good.
And Ashton. All right,
bye.
Deuces.
All right, I'm turning off my phone. No more calls. I just want to get this. Maybe when the show is over, I'll do some calls again. But that was one.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
So it was the Bucks against Santana and Ortiz. Good match.
Good.
I thought it was alright.
Good match. And then I thought, the one thing I didn't like, I still feel like shitty that Santana and Ortiz aren't tag champs yet. They should be at this top level consistently, but they've kind of been devalued by being Jericho's bitch boys for too long. But I thought the work was really good. The match was really fun. And then at the end, they set Brandon Cutler up to face Jake Hager next week, and then fucking the Bucks' dad punched Jericho and MJF in the face, which reminded me a lot of Miz Dad, actually. It was the same feeling.
Yeah.
Which I love Miz Dad. Miz Dad was a fucking great angle. That was a great fucking angle, honestly. Loved Miz Dad. He was awesome.
Miz Dad. Yeah, this was alright. I don't know, I don't have too much to say about it, really. I mean, it's alright match. Afterwards, It was alright as well. Then it was Cody Rhodes fucking with Brandy Rhodes. Oh my god. So Cody is wasting his Chad. He wasted his Chad Aryan seed on this fucking black girl.
Yeah.
Oh, what a piece of shit Cody is. Eternally disappointed in Cody for actually breeding Brandy. He is, and he's a traitor to being an incel. Cody should really stop, with these roasties.
He should.
He's procreated. He's contributing to the problem. This is why coronavirus.
He's put another woman into the world.
Yeah, he's put another woman into the world. He's the reason the coronavirus needs to happen because he's breeding, and we all know that we need to stop having children, so the elite will let me go to the bar again.
Okay.
Yeah, this was fucking shit. It was terrible.
No, I don't. This shouldn't have been on TV, but I guess this is fucking ego at work here. So who gives a shit? Next was FTR versus Matt and Mike Sydal. And I think it's weird that fucking Mike Sydal is here. He fucking seems like a nobody, but he worked all right. Wrestling was fine. FTR won as they should. No Tully Blanchard because I think he's stuck in Texas or whatever because of the weather.
Yeah, I just gotta say they gotta release Matt Sydal. I believe he needs to be fired. His career ended the moment he walked in and botched the fucking.
It was over. No one fucking gives a shit about him now. That's at the beginning of the end. That was the beginning and the end for AEW to begin with, honestly. That's when things started getting bad after that.
It's the downward spiral. This is my last resort. That was just so crap.
Yeah.
The company might recover, but it's starting to get bad.
Not fucking Matt Sydal. He's done.
Yeah.
We got the next week lineup, which we'll just watch the show and we'll talk about it next week. I don't give a shit. Main event: John Moxley facing Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston. They beat Eddie Kingston, Butcher and the Blade.
This went on for quite. Yeah. It was good.
Long match. It was fun. Actually. Yeah, it was good. I mean, obviously Ray Phoenix is probably the best standout talent in the whole match. He's really quite good. Lance Archer looked really good too, though, and so did the Butcher. I thought, and I thought the Blade actually looked really good too. I thought the Blade and Ray Phoenix were something that really stood out in this match. Is really well, performing really well. And then
fucking Omega comes down for this beat down. Did you see how he was dressed?
Yeah, he was in the
he has these ripped skinny jeans with these weird red boots, and he has dress boots, and he has this frilly white shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Surely he could dress just a bit better than that. I don't know. Holy fuck! Just look gay as shit.
I think it's supposed to. It might be like a heel thing, like he's trying to look like as like shitty as possible, or it's like evil. Like I think it's one of those things where it's like it's pretty common like trope to have like the bad guys wear like frilly gay shit to make him look more fucking evil and despicable.
Yeah,
Especially in Japanese like
I don't know.
anime
It's
stuff,
just
like Hunter x Hunter or fucking Zelda Skyward Sword. Bring up the Nintendo Direct,
I guess
baby.
we're gonna justify it with anime and video games as to why he looks like a homosexual. But yes, I guess you're right. Fuck it. What can you do? It's an exploding barbed wire death match.
Ah, yes.
So, have you ever seen these matches? These exploding fucking.
Yeah, I think I've seen the good ones. I've seen like Onita's ones, which are probably the only ones I've enjoy.
Most of the time, I've found the explosions are very weak and shitty looking.
Yeah. We'll see what they do.
I just worry about how they're going to make it look good.
I don't know. The only two that have looked good are Onita and Terry Funk, and Onita and who's that other? There was another one with Onita in it. And those ones are fucking awesome, because, there's, like, fucking Terry Funk in the middle of the ring, and he's, like, trying to drag him out so he doesn't fucking die. And the whole thing just fucking goes crazy, all you see is fucking smoke, and they're just in the middle of the ring, just, like, fucking dead after it goes off. It's very cool.
Yeah.
When it works, it's very cool. And,
I hope it works. I don't know if it's going to be real barbed wire.
I imagine
I think they have to. They have to be real.
The thing is, I think, it's one of those things where I think this is the kind of match they can do that WWE won't, that'll differentiate and make the pay-per-view exciting. Like it's like one of the few like gimmick matches they can pull out that like the other big company won't do. They can like say, hey, we can do this, but you can't. Because there's no way WWE would ever pull this shit.
Yeah.
And if at that point, well, yeah, okay, do it then. I don't think it's. I'm not into like the whole. It's like wrestling because if it's well worked, it's fine as long as it's exciting and fun. Because I've seen good.
Yeah, no, I really like. I like a lot of hardcore matches. Like, these are my favorite matches are the hardcore matches.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Moxley, it seems, always has to have one of these matches.
Mm-hmm.
We already had a Moxley and Omega match that had like a lot of weapons in it.
Yeah.
You remember that? They had like the barbed wire net. They had the.
It was the first full gear. It was like the lights out main event match for that show.
They had mouse traps. Yeah.
And the glass and the fucking, went through the table and stuff and went to the barbed wire netting thing there. So I guess it's like how they one up it is the explosions, So hopefully this is the last Moxley and Omega match for like a year or two, perhaps.
I don't know if I ever want to see this match again. I don't really want to see it now.
I want to see the exploding barbed wire death stuff. I don't want to necessarily care who's in the match. But I know Omega and
I would have liked to see Moxley and Archer do that. Really,
that would have been cool. But I think the work will probably be better with Omega and Moxley in terms of like how the match will turn out. But I was wondering how they were going to do a main event for this pay-per-view, and I guess this is how they do it: is they go fucking crazy with it, which is it's fair. It's how you do it. It's something different, and hopefully it's good. My friends are looking forward to it.
It just has to pay off. Has to pay off. It'll be wacky.
I watched this Dynamite show with 3 of my friends every week, and this was the one when they announced the exploding barbed wire. They're like, "Oh, holy shit! Like that's fucking crazy!" Like that actually got them interested in the show. So the thing that got them excited the most for the pay-per-view, actually. So I think it works as a sell point. Whether it'll be good, who fucking knows? But whatever the case, that was the show.
So that was AEW the last couple weeks.
So yeah, we got that pay-per-view. 2 weeks, not this next Sunday, but the Sunday after is the pay-per-view.
March 7th.
Yeah, we'll probably do it's the first Sunday they've done a pay-per-view, so that'll be interesting. But we'll probably
do a show for it. Yeah, we'll do a show for it.
Yeah, we probably do a show next week, I'm guessing too, unless we do another Paul Latza that Sunday instead.
Well, I think it's penciled in for sometime this week. We're gonna do lots of part 2.
Yeah, either Monday or Tuesday. I'm okay with either.
We're doing the seance. The seance where. Are you aware that Nick Fuentes had sex with a dead man?
No.
This elderly gentleman. He was volunteering at the morgue because he has a fetish for dead bodies, and he licked this elderly man's asshole we've been able to get in contact with a medium who's going to be able to patch us in to the ghost of the man who Fuentes licked the ass crack of, who was dead. And we're going to interview him about it.
Okay, that sounds great. That sounds pretty fucking great.
Oh, and Chaggett, by the way, has challenged me to a debate. Chaggett's determined to prove that I didn't fuck him in the ass, because I said that Chaggett had been raped by Baked, because Chaggett had confessed on tape that because of his autism, he couldn't fight back against Baked, and Baked abused him. So, he was sexually abused by Baked Alaska. And he's trying to argue that he's not gay, and that he wasn't raped. So, you might have to moderate that one, buddy. It seems to be your wheelhouse of whether or not people have been gay or been raped or not. I don't know.
That's true. I am an expert on.
But it's a big week of content here, guys.
It's all coming downhill. It's fucking coming up the wazoo. God. So yeah, I mean, I'm down to help with anything. I mean, I'm busy Wednesday, but my birthday's over, so no more family shit for a while. I think I'll be free.
Yeah. Now you're gonna be living the neat life, buddy.
Oh, I'm neat. I gotta quit my job and then I'm fucking live in a fucking hole because I'm depressed because life isn't worth living because I decided it's not. I'm better than you. I don't get to work because I say so. Listen, I'm not gonna. There's many neats who are put in that position via things outside their control and are there, because they have to be or whatever. And I don't discourage or belittle them because I respect my neat brethren. But this guy's just fucking taking advantage of his mom. Frankly, he's abusing his mom, and that's not okay. He just thinks he can walk willy-nilly through life. A true neat. I know a true neat. My friend out in California who literally is homeless and just eats food he finds on the ground, and he's a true neat.
Well, you find them. You find the homeless guys who are like, "Look, I'm just not going to be a part of the system, man. I'm just going to live on the street." And you got to respect it. They're living the dream. They're totally free. They're totally free. They're outside of the system's control.
Yeah. No, he's like fucking just. That's the kind of guy. That's a real neat, a real man's neat. But just taking advantage of your mom and dad, and not playing anything.
I think he needs to fucking hit the weights, get a shower, and get a fucking clue. Maybe
he looks like
get a fucking job, get a roasty, get laid.
He should get a job as a short order cook at a Waffle House in Pikeville.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. He needs to rise up. He needs to rise up.
He needs to do something. Guess what, buddy? Life sucks. You aren't outside. Just because if you're aware of how bad life sucks doesn't mean that you're above or outside it. You still have to live it.
Yeah, you just have to realize that you are a slave. Like, so, well, do you want me to be a slave? Well, you are a slave, bro. You don't work, you're gonna die. You are a literal slave. Just accept it. Move on.
Listen,
everybody is the same.
If I didn't spend money, how would I get this beautiful PVM? How would I get this? Look at this. That's life. That's fucking quality right there, my friend. This is what life's all about. Beautiful CRT PVM. Playing retro games on this. This is what the money is all worth for. So you can play your Super Nintendo on that. Okay?
Well, based. I've received $150 in eShop cards since GAHOOLE donated the Super Mario 3D World. So I've picked up Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition.
Wow.
I picked up Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Captain Toad's a based fucking game.
And I've
that's fucking great.
Yeah, and I picked up LA Noire.
Oh, that's a good one.
For the Switch.
You should also get. Do you get No More Heroes yet?
No, I didn't get No More Heroes. Maybe I should.
No More Heroes 1 and 2 are both $10 on Switch, which is a fucking great deal. Dude. That's a great fucking deal for a quality Wii game, which is actually up-res and properly ported. So, okay, so I was having this argument with someone about Skyward Sword. I just want to pitch this. This is a good place for me to say this. So, Skyward Sword is $60, right?
Yeah.
So, I looked online, and it turns out that you can buy a Wii and Skyward Sword for less than $60.
Yeah, and then you can homebrew your Wii and get all the games.
Even if you don't homebrew your Wii, then you have a Wii. You have a fucking whole new game console and that game for less than $60. Like, it's fucking
but you have to understand, we need to support Nintendo. and Nintendo needs our money,
console.
because they're a family-owned business, and they have to compete with these evil corporate conglomerates like Microsoft and Sony. So we need to give Nintendo pay full price plus tip. Hopefully they chop off maybe a section of the game and sell it to us as DLC.
That'd be base.
That's what we can only hope for. Hopefully Nintendo raises the prices of all their games another $10.
I would be
because
behind that, yeah.
it's such high quality.
You know what?
Such high quality shit there.
Yeah, I am gonna pay the $35 for Famicom Detective Club though, because it looks pretty fucking good.
Oh
fuck!
I'm not getting Skyward Sword. I'm not fucking doing it. Skyward Sword's a big time fucking scam.
I'm not buying that shit.
Fuck
that. Doesn't look good. I don't want to play that game. But you know what though? Actually, I forgot that the Famicom Detective Club was written by the guy who made Metroid. So it's another. So that's your Metroid game for the year, boys. It's Famicom Detective Club.
Famicom Detective Club. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm pushing it with the Xenoblade shit. I think I'm gonna have a bad time, bro. I'm gonna have a real bad time with this
Xenoblade 1
JRPG,
has
bro.
a pretty good story, and this voice acting and performance are good enough that they're not fucking cringe. Like it was done by Nintendo.
My concern is like this gameplay, because it's not turn based, and it's not like
MMO.
real time.
It's fucking MMO gameplay. It's like World of Warcraft gameplay essentially. So if you played any WoW, it's the same kind of thing. It's like a single player WoW.
Yeah.
So you just gotta fucking do cooldowns.
Here we go.
And auto attacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up. But is it like 200 hours? It's gonna be
some bullshit, yeah. But if you got time to waste, which
I have all the time in the world. All the time in the world. I'm just gonna get high every day.
And
Play JRPGs, masturbate to anime. I guess I don't know. I'm gonna give up on life. Well, that's the thing. If you get into JRPGs, you end up masturbating to anime. So it's a scary thing.
It is true.
Scary.
Listen, bro.
Correlations.
Play some games, have some fun, but most importantly, you gotta enjoy life. I guess what I got for my birthday, I got a pair of the Macho Man shades. Check this out. Oh yeah.
Oh,
the Macho King. Oh yeah. The Macho King.
The cream is rising to the top
of the crop. Hey, guess what I got here, brother? Guess what I got here, Mean Gene? I got yesterday's newspaper. Yeah, and guess what's written on it? Who's the headline? Hulk Hogan is the headline of yesterday's newspaper.
He was so high on coke. Like when he fucking did the cream of the crop, and he's got the cream container. He was flying on coke.
100%. Yeah.
Holy shit.
But you know what? You have to be high on coke. Guess what? There's no drugs in wrestling now, and that's why it sucks.
Well, yeah. Unless you're high on coke, you're not even trying. Well, I gotta take a piss.
I'm gonna go to sleep. I got work tomorrow morning early. I'll see you this week. Just let me know if you want me to host shit or when you want to do the Lots thing. I'm free whenever. Anytime after 5, I'm free, basically.
Yeah, it's gonna be some amazing shit.
Gotta take this king shit off. I'm gonna wear the king this entire week. I also I might be a little bit busy. Gotta fucking write my fucking movie script and film it this week.
Movie script? Oh shit!
It's TV show anniversary next month, dude. 1 year.
Oh fuck! 1 year.
1 year anniversary.
Rise up.
March 3rd was the anniversary, so we're doing a movie. Probably not on the 3rd, but hopefully right around that time.
I'll see you, man.
Peace. All right, guys. I should go to sleep too.